Hey, what's going on, guys? Brandon here. Welcome to Exotic Car Flips. We're back with another video today. This one, a lot of work. Make sure you got the right tools. Make sure you got at least two hands that can help you leverage kind of all the shocks and suspension stuff. But essentially what we're doing today is we're gonna lift a Toyota 4Runner, and I believe this kit is for, pretty sure the years 2010 to 2020. We picked it up from Rough Country. I ordered it directly online from them. Not gonna be easy, but also you can get it done within a day's worth. And I just did it in my parents' garage, so nothing crazy. You don't need any crazy tools. But yeah, that's it. Let's go ahead and get into it. Alright guys, so we're just gonna grab these bolts, take them off real quick, get this tire off. First thing you gotta do for the rear is we're gonna go ahead and remove this line right here. Just give it a nice tug. The next step is to get this one out. Grab a 14 and a 12 on top. And this bolt literally just holds a lot of pressure because of the rubber, so you just, if you get one of these ratcheting ones, it helps a lot, but it just does take a minute to get this off. Alright, yep, so I just took off this bolt so now this one can come down loose. Next thing we're going to want to do is loosen this one. It won't loosen up because it's got this, so you need to grab like a wrench from like a pipe wrench. You need to grab the wrench of wrenches. Then once you take that bolt off, it'll probably go flying. The new kit comes with a brand new bolt, so don't worry about that. Just make sure you hold on to this. Make sure you take off this. Now you've got this thing out. You got this thing out, you got this thing out. Now we're gonna take out that spring, but before we do that, we're gonna need to take out this lower bolt down here. 17, let's rock and roll. Lift it up as much as you can. Careful. You're literally just gonna hit the bottom of the shock until it flies out. Pull out that spring before we do anything else. Before you do this job, go out and buy yourself a single piston bottle jack. These are huge, important for doing suspension just because they're so small and they work great. I think this one I got Ace Hardware for like 60 bucks. Make sure you're right in the middle of it. You don't want to be messing that up. So for your old spring, just take this out, toss the old one. All right, so one thing you want to do is look down here, and as you can tell, you can see where this big piece is. That big piece goes with the big piece over here. So just line that up. Once you got that lined up, you're gonna want to see where this spring goes, and it sits right here, as you can tell, in this corner. So now we're gonna put it in. Might need to go more. And we're in. First thing to getting this thing in, make sure you got your label coming out, showing out. And then put it right on the bottom piece. Slide it on. And once it's slid on, you can go ahead and trim this one. Until you get it through this hole. Make sure both of those are lined up. You put that cap back on, and then now you put this bolt through. Now once this is tightened, the next step is to put this bolt back on down here. Grab your 17, grab your breaker bar. All right, now we're gonna install this bolt back on. That little circle sticking part goes back in on the top like that. You grab your jack, lift it so that it goes all the way through, or as much as it can, right there. And then you grab your bolt and toss that back on. That's the back. All right guys, so to get started, remove your wheel. First thing you gotta do is remove this, I forget what these pins are called, but it's got a pin through the bolt. You're gonna wanna get some sort of flathead in there and There we go. Kind of get it out a little bit. There we go. Put this bolt off. It's just this one, the same one. I think it's a 13/16. And then to get this out, the trick to getting these out, you're gonna want to hit the rim of this bolt right here, where it's that one right there. Just give it a little. So next step is to remove this bolt. Grab a 17. Actually, before we even do that, let me grab a flathead. And you want to gonna get back here. There we go. Slid it off. There we go. Next step is to loosen these. And now those are really hard, and you want to be careful not to put your finger there or be right here, because it will fall, spring down and try to chop your finger off. Alright guys, so next step is to get this clip off. So you're going to want to put a flathead, and it's kind of just clicks in back here, so I'm going to try to get this clip to undo itself. And once it comes out, there we go. You can just take that one out, save that somewhere you won't lose it. Grab a 19. Alright guys, once you got this nut off, then you're gonna wanna hit this a couple times and it's probably gonna fall. So what you're gonna wanna do before that happens, get yourself a piece of wire. Tie it off. Boom. Comes right up. Make sure, like I said, you don't want to break this line, so tie it. The next step is to get this bolt out so we can take the strut out. As you can see, it comes right out. That out. And look at that, hanging strut. Now you're going to want to grab a 14 mil. Alright guys, so what we're going to do now is loosen the strut tower bolt. So it's just 1, 2, 1 you can't see back here, 3. Move that a little bit more. Get this strut out. There's the old one. She's in. Alright guys, so what we did was we just used some leverage, and you can just show them in the video. We just used some leverage to go ahead and get this thing in. She's in. Put your washer, your nut. Got this nut backwards. Put your nut on there and tighten this up. And these are 15s, I forget. The new kit comes with 15s. All 3 bolts tighten on the top of the shock mount. Now we're going to undo this metal, and we're going to have to lift this right here and raise your shock. Alright guys, so I needed the cameraman's help a little bit, but basically we took this big plywood, shoved it under here, and used that to push this brace down at the same time while having a jack down here, and that was able to give us enough movement to get this back on here, put the nut on, and tighten it down with the drill. Again, it's a 19 on there. So now we got that out. Make sure that when you tighten this, as I just did, you leave that hole in there. And that's so you can put this C-clip back on, pull it out, and it clicks. There we go. Next step is going to be to probably get this thing back on, and assuming so in a little bit, but what we will do is for now is just put that there. And before I forget, I'm just gonna reclip the ABS light. The ABS clip, it's down here. All right, give it a pull, that thing's tight. All right, so now we got those. Don't forget to tighten this. Let me go ahead and tighten it. I think it's a 17 or 15. It's definitely 17. Oh wait, it's this way actually. Yep. Oh. Ow. That's good. Alright guys, just got this really tightened. Everything's good to go. We're just finished putting it back through. Now I'm gonna go ahead and tighten it with a 19. Make sure you tighten it enough to leave that hole open for your seat clip. Now you got that in. Grab yourself a flathead to bend the spikes back up. Alright, let's put the tire back on. I think she's ready to go. Alright guys, thanks for watching another video on exotic car flips. We went ahead and finished up the lift. So this is a 3-inch suspension lift from Rough Country. Came out pretty sweet. Like I said, make sure that you guys have somebody to help you out. Yeah, thanks for watching this video. I really hope you guys like the DIY install videos. If you don't, let me know in the comments. I'll try to do more vlogs and stuff. But I think the how-to and installs are pretty cool. Thanks for watching guys. See ya.